What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G, the Two Gun Pixar presents Legendary Gaming. Alright, my friends, we've had a nice little show so far in our showcase series for our post-apocalyptic, semi-cooperative board game of survival and escape that is known as World's End. Even though what we have is just a review copy, I'm loving it so far. But now let's learn how to play this game so I can get this down to the table in front of the 20-sided warriors. Now, I did notice that this game, first of all, isn't overly ruled at all. Not that it's overly simple, but it is streamlined. Everything, even the setup, there's nothing to it. So I'm not doing a separate setup and how to play. This will jump right into the setup, and that's going to be really quick. And then we'll learn how to play this game. I've been looking forward to this, because I really do enjoy post-apocalyptic board games. And there's a few good ones out in the market, but there's not a good, fast one. And this boasts as quick as 20 minutes. I want to see that. Alright, yeah, I do want to see that. I want to see that really bad. So let's put an end to this intro. And we'll get down to the table. And we'll find out how to set up and then play World's End.
Sorry to disappoint you. Huh? You triggered my trap card!
Alright, so this is going to be really, really fast. So you set the board up, and you're going to have two decks of cards. You have a situation deck, and you're going to shuffle them, shuffle them, shuffle them, shuffle them, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Bam! Throw them down. Then you got the supply deck. You're going to shuffle, shuffle, shuffle up the supply deck. Then you're going to put that right down. Next, you're going to choose a standee to represent yourself. This is a 2 to 6 player game. So if there was 4, it would take, let's say, these 4. Then you're going to place them over here in the start section, where you're going to see a medical sign. Then each player, in any order, is going to roll a 4-sided die. The person that rolls the highest will get a chance to pick a token first, while the player that rolls the lowest will be the first player on the initial turn. Now, what are these tokens? The tokens are one-time special abilities, like the landmine, no thief, boot, ammunition, medical kit, police riot shield, no rob, And this one, when I first saw it, I thought it was like a hibachi. No, it's a sniper. And these can be used once during the active player's turn. The active player may use their token, with the exception of the boot. The boot can be used whenever another person moves. The game's sort of internal timer, the Abyss-Ghoul. The Abyss-Ghoul will start on the first claw mark. The Abyssal Ghoul will travel along its path until it lands on the chopper, destroying it, ending any hope that the last seat will be occupied by you or any player. Then each player will be dealt 5 cards from the supply deck, and each player will keep these cards a secret. They have no reason, there's no rule, there's no law saying that they have to share the knowledge of their cards with the other players. The assist card will get you an assistance, possibly from another player. If you encounter a boss or a situation card that you cannot overcome by yourself, you can discard this in order to ask a specific player for help. If they choose to help you, they will get to move 1 space as a reward. Medical and weapons are cards that you will need to overcome situations and the bosses. The icons on the card will signify one, the other, or even multiple, like a ×2. And that is what you need to discard from your hand in order to overcome the situation. Thief. Yeah, that's pretty much what you think it is. When this card is played, all the other players need to put their hands face down in front of them. And then they're going to cover their eyes, turn their heads, in some way make it so that they cannot see what the thief is doing. The thief is then allowed to look at any one player's hand. And the thief is also allowed to take any one card. And that's it. The game is set up. The game is set up. Play is broken down into 3 parts: move, draw, and resolve. During move, you will choose a footpath, and you will move 2 spaces. 1 and 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. When moving, and you come to a crossroad, a fork in the road, it is your choice which path you want to take. As long as you are following the footprints forward, that's all that matters. While moving, if you land on a space with another character, you will get the opportunity to trade. You will be able to trade supplies that you are in possession of. Let us say you need another weapon. You're willing to trade a medical for it. The other players are not obligated to make the trade with you. They also may up the trade. Maybe that's not enough for them. This game is almost as much about negotiation as it is planning your path and playing your cards. There's also a great deal of bluffing in this game. Lying about what cards you have. Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't help you, I didn't have a weapon. While you're sitting on 3 of them in your hand. While maneuvering around the board, there are several spaces that you may land on. You may land on a chest, which will give you the opportunity to draw the top card from the supply deck and secretly add it to your hand. Perhaps you land on a monster. When you land on one of these creatures, there's gonna be a fight. But you can't defeat this creature alone, no matter how many weapon and medical cards you have in your hand. These spots with the creatures, there must always be a coming together of players. There needs to be cooperation to defeat them. Now, when you land here, you do not need an assist card in order to gain assistance from a player. But upon helping a player in a creature spot, the player that helped gets 2 movements instead of 1. You'll also notice that across the board, there are medical spots. These medical spots are where you will return if you cannot defeat a situation or a monster. So if this player failed in the encounter, they would end up back over here. After your move, you get to draw, and you will draw the top card from the situation deck. Oh! You've been robbed! The person to your left must draw a random card from your hand and place it back anywhere they choose in the supply depot deck. You will follow the instructions as written on the situation card. Risk. You see a shortcut. Ignore the shortcut or roll to risk it. So you're going to roll the 4-sided die, and you see the results are printed here. 1 or 2, and you have to move back 1 space. You've wasted time. There was no shortcut, or it's been cut off. 3, you got robbed while you were trying to find this shortcut. And if you get a 4, you're going to get a chance to move ahead 3 spaces. Found a backpack on the road. It's stacked with food and just in time. Nourishment brings renewed strength. Move ahead 2 spaces. You will eventually encounter a situation card such as this, with the icons, or just an icon, on the bottom. A swirling black cloud congeals above you. It is a swarm of mutated mosquitoes. Buzzing furiously, they descend and overwhelm you. So in order to pass this, you're going to have to go through your hand and find both a medical and a weapon, because those 2 icons were on it. You will discard them, and you will be able to pass the situation. Well, on the other hand, if you failed, you will have to go to the nearest medical spot. In this case here, because there's no path connecting up here, so the quickest will be back over here. But beware, because lurking in the situation deck are boss cards, such as Vapor Claw. You will need to discard a weapon. Not just you, but all players in order to pass. Blaze Fiend. Medical from all players. However, if you draw the Abyss Ghoul, game over, my friends. That's it. This is a surprise timer. This is the time bomb. This over here, this is the ticking clock you can see as it moves to its final destination. But with the situation cards, this becomes a landmine. If players cannot beat the boss, all players must go back 2 spaces. And then, as previously stated, if the Abyss Ghoul lands on the helicopter, drunk, the Abyss Ghoul, or if a player manages to get there, game is over on the spot, right then and there, and that player is the winner. And that right there is the entire game. You're going to move 2 spaces, except on your very first turn, which you will roll before a sided die. If you land on an image, you do what that image needs, such as a supply card, such as going back after losing a fight, such as having a fight. And during the course of the game, you are going to lie and bluff to each other. You're going to make temporary alliances where you need to, where you can, or where you must at times. And at other times, you're going to stab your friends in the back. Because remember, only one of you can get on that helicopter and escape from this apocalypse. And that's it. That's the entire game. That is the setup and the rules of how to play. I'm really looking forward to this. This game looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to really playing up the alliance / backstabbing aspect of this game. I think that's exactly where the publishers want this game to sit. That's the feeling I get from it. Now, I'm also looking forward to, just these really interesting situation cards that can pop up. These almost like little mini stories. Cutting across the park, a bulbous, livid moon slides from behind clouds and reveals hordes of vampires pursuing you. Turning to flee, you realize that you are surrounded. I like these little stories. And the art is really cool. The art is thematic enough, kind of sucks you in. Yeah, some of it is dark. I mean, it's like really dark. But I think that's really fitting. Because the apocalypse is going on. There's no power. The only light you're getting is from buildings burning. So thematically, I think that some of these cards being dark really fit. And some of them are just creepy as all hell. Come on, what do you do? You might be dying of thirst. But does that look good? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. And I know the 20-sided Warriors have expressed their interest in this too. As soon as I told them that it was here, and they either some of them knew what this was, others looked into it, found out, and they've all been excited. So hopefully we'll get this to the table in the next week or 2. Fingers crossed. Fingers, toes, and tails crossed, my friends. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Definitely thank you very much for checking out Two Gun Pixie over on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's really cool that you go over and see what we're doing. I think we've been doing a better job making drops regularly, semi-regularly anyway. So thank you very much for checking it out. And you're the reason why I'm pushing myself to get more material up there. So very cool. Thank you. But I mean, of course, thank you to everyone that's been going over to the Two Gun Pixie Zazzle store. I've been checking out some of the merchandise that we have over there. The cool, nerdy, geeky, and RPG-inspired silliness that I've slapped on hats, shirts, hoodies, flip-flops, mouse pads, bumper stickers, pins, whatever they had, and I could throw an image on it. That's what I did. So thank you very much. Even if you didn't buy anything, it's cool that you just went over and took a look. They spent a little of your time just to see if there was anything interesting. And that really means a lot. So thank you very much, everyone. But right here, this is it. You come here to our home on YouTube. You spend your time with us here. You subscribe to the channel. You watch the videos. You like them. You comment them. And you share our videos. That is so awesome. I still can't believe that everyone does that. So thank you so much, and just keep surprising me. That's awesome. So I'm your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Fixer presents Legendary Gaming, and my friends, I am out of here.